to All Things Athletics. This is a brand new podcast that I decided to start as a result of, poor coverage, poor analysis. Felt like there were a lot of things people were missing, whether it's athletes in the back of the pack or just certain storylines. So, me being in Flagstaff and here with Nick Arciniaga,
hello,
watching the trials, we decided to, comment and, just provide an option for people that want to follow the trials and maybe, avoid some more frustrating commentary. So, I hope you guys enjoy this next hour and a half or so. We're just going to probably play the TV with music with the volume up pretty high, and we can comment on what's happening as it goes. I think later on in the week with more distance races, we may actually just mute the TV and have us comment ourselves. But for this first one, we did yesterday as well, but for today, because it's more sprint oriented, and also shockingly enough, it's actually a track and swimming broadcast.
Yes.
So
might jump back and forth between different
back
events.
And forth, which I think during that time we can really talk about the state of coverage and television and track and field. So let us know if you have any questions. I believe this is going to be on YouTube. And we're on YouTube. And if you have any comments and stuff, feel free to let us know if you have any questions or anything you want us to touch on. So and without further ado, we're gonna start the coverage. I guess you can put the music back on or the volume on. Is it over here with this guy? All right. Let's see if you guys can hear this.
Very low on the volume scale.
It's low, but yesterday they heard it pretty well. So they're going back to the 100-meter semis still, right?
These are live.
These are live. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, so the 100-meter semis. I guess maybe we shouldn't do this real fast. Maybe we can just. Oh, you have that TV?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Maybe we can comment on yesterday's action a little bit, Nick. So we watched the 10Ks, we watched the 800s.
Yep.
What were your thoughts on those? 10K team was the race was pretty crazy.
Yeah, the 10K. It was an exciting race to watch. Actually, be able to see a lot of it. We were tracking it on control and making it her race. Every other girl who wanted to, they're out there just trying to hold on as long as they could. Basically, ended up being Molly Huddle pulling away with Emily Infield in the last half mile away from Mariel Hall, who ended up third. And then Molly Huddle threw down a great kick at the last 200 meters to separate herself from Emily to set the team. And then we had, I think, Kellen Johnson, who trains up here.
Kellen
Taylor finished fourth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She's a local Flagstaff favorite. And, she had an incredible race. Heartbreak City, that fourth place. I think she said in some interviews that she would have rather been last than fourth place.
Which I always disagree with that sentiment. Being fourth place, she's still an alternate. If anything happens to those girls in the top three, she's on the team. Yeah,
and there's still a month to go, and we've seen many times in past World and Olympic teams, people get hurt, things happen. So, that's kind of where she's at right now, and hopefully, not to hope anything happens to the first three girls.
Right.
They're gonna hopefully they can get through to the games in one piece.
Yeah.
But if not, obviously there's always good. All of our alternates, I think, are just really solid across the board. So
and for Kellen, she also has a 5K coming up later this
week.
That's
right. She's gonna try the 5K.
Yeah.
That's right. And maybe more adjusted now to the humidity, more adjusted to the temperature. She might be able to, have a good shot there as well.
Yeah.
So. All right. They're showing the high jump now, and I believe it's Shantae Lowe.
That might have been her first miss of the entire meet so far. Her and Vashti Cunningham are the only two remaining, and they're first and second, just trying to see who's going to be able to take the win right now.
Yeah, and Anika McPherson, unattached. She has made the team as well, right?
She finished third, and she got the standard today.
Yeah,
so she moves on.
She's actually a teammate of mine, Anika. We went to Cal together, and she was an outstanding high jumper. She actually taught herself how to high jump in high school with YouTube videos. She would just watch old footage of like what's the name of the current Javier Sotomayor? Is that his name? They got the Cuban that has the world record holder, the world record in the high jump.
I'm not familiar with it.
I think it's Javier Sotomayor. And anyway, she would watch like old videos of high jump. And her freshman year in high school, I think she jumped about 6'1" or 6'2".
Jeez.
Just purely off of just watching and trying to copy over and over and over again. So she's only like 5'6", 5'5". She's super smart, super tiny.
She's light though. She looks very small.
Light, very springy. Typically most high jumpers are really long and lanky and kind of taller. But yeah, Arciniaga actually had to serve a bit of a doping ban. She got caught with cocaine in her system. Cocaine metabolites, I think what they actually detect.
Yeah, she didn't do cocaine. It was in some other substance that she.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what I heard. It was in something else that she ingested.
Oh wow! See, I had heard that it was actually just cocaine, and that's what was left over, and that's what happened. So, I guess there's still some questions about obviously all cheating is bad, but there's definitely a difference between people who are deliberately injecting themselves with EPO, etc., and someone like Maggie Vesey, who actually had acne medication that she didn't know was potentially banned, and I think she served like a 1-day suspension.
I thought it was a year. I thought she sat a year.
No, it wasn't a year. I think it was less than that. I think it was like 2 months even.
Okay.
And she had to erase her mark at that meet that she ran.
Oh, okay.
It was an in-competition test.
Yeah.
And that was again, I don't think Maggie's someone that cheats. I think it's just a mistake. But I guess it's hard to say. Who knows what exactly is the issue? But we hope that people are competing clean, that they do have failures. It's a result of a mistake more than anything else. But you never know in this sport, man. You never know.
There's a lot of people who are quoted say they'll do as much as they can to get to that next level.
Yeah.
Anything they can.
Alright, so we're going to check here and see if this stream is actually working. I have no idea if it is or not. It says we're live. There's 2 watching, so that's okay.
Thanks,
People
guys.
are watching. Yeah, thank you. Feel free to comment and let us know what you guys are thinking and what if you have anything to want to comment on. Let me see, stream options, no, cars, basic info. Outside, that could let us know if this is turning out okay.
Oh yeah.
But
my dad said he was gonna watch, but he's actually at a wedding.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think it should be good. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Yeah. So let's see. Chat. Enable live chat.
We do have the 400-meter final coming up.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty
So
quickly.
Let's put this on. So y'all definitely want to comment on this.
You see Allison Felix. There's that right ankle taped. She injured it at a training incident where she damaged the ligaments. This is her first round, and you can see her very tentative.
Hear the.
Bouncing off of that right foot.
Can you guys hear the TV at all? Let's see if anyone can comment out there.
This moment of progress brought to you by Citi, sponsors of progress. And there is Allison,
Let's just do this.
one of the most decorated Olympians in U.S. history. So here's the field. In lane 8, Ashley Spencer.
Her personal best 50:23 was on this track 3 years ago when she won her second.
Yeah,
We started
so-
in lane 8 and moving towards lane 1. Introducing these runners.
Later this week.
Lane 7 is Natasha Hastings.
So you guys
Shout out to Under Armour teammate right here. Natasha, new hairdo.
5 meters. She set personal best at 200 outdoors and 300 indoors, but she'll have to set a season's best to have any chance to make this team. Having only run
I believe she was
50
4th at the last minute
Allison's
trials.
lane 6.
It's kind of
If she makes
heartbreaking
this
for
team
her, but
today,
still made the
she'll
4x14.
make the U.S. Olympic team at 1, 2, and 400 meters. That's only been done once by Chandra's Cheeseborough.
Lane 5, Francina McCrory.
She's the only one in this field who's already previously made passes in the semifinals.
Courtney Okolo's in lane 4.
Under undefeated this year. She's the fastest American and the second fastest in the world, the NCAA champion and collegiate record holder.
Lane 3 is Taylor Ellis Watson.
Alright, so I'm trying to show you guys everyone's personal bests, and this year's marks with the results window.
Lane 2 is Phyllis Francis.
Hopefully this comes out okay.
She got third at nationals to make the U.S. team to Worlds last year. That big ovation is because she's a former Oregon Duck.
And on the inside, lane 1 is Quinera Hayes.
She had a great indoor season, Tom, winning the U.S. title and then getting the bronze at World Indoors. 49.91 last month, but only 51.28 in her semifinal. That's why she drew lane 1.
Yeah, so all these girls capable of going 50 point or under. It's probably going to take 49 point or faster to win or make this team even.
Yeah.
To successfully complete
Any calls?
Courtney Okolo, I think, is going to win. Francina McCrory, I think, is going to get second. Allison Felix third. Courtney's just been on fire all year.
Yeah.
And when you're hot, especially in the sprints.
Now that she's made it here, Tom,
So they're in the blocks.
Looks like Allison's socks has that shark skin.
Oh yeah, the shark skin.
The aerodynamic
strips.
wind.
Yeah.
And on their way in the 400-meter final.
Natasha's out hard.
Hastings is off to a fast start. Allison Felix trying to stay with her now. Here comes Okolo as they go down.
Natasha normally runs like that, gets out hard the first 200. Just got to hold on that second half though.
because she knows that Natasha Hastings is going to go out like this. She's done well through the first half.
So McCrory made up the standard on Allison.
So McCrory coming up with Hastings still there as they turn for the home straightaway.
Look at that.
There's the straightaway.
Hastings
Hastings
has an incredible 300 meters here.
McCrory is there.
Allison's coming back under a lot of the other
Allison's
girls in
back.
the inside lanes though.
Felix just goes right by him. Coming to the finish.
Ooh, shoot, come on, Natasha.
Wow.
I think she got the lead for third.
So I was way off.
Phyllis Francis is second behind Allison Felix. 49.68 for Allison, 49.94 for Phyllis, and 50.17 for Natasha.
Wow, so that's Natasha Hastings' probably biggest race of her career.
Yeah.
I don't think she's ever.
I mean, she's made the 4x4 team, but as an individual, she's never, she made the World Champs last year, but she didn't perform all that great, and she's done well indoors. But this is the first Olympic team that she's made it
Individually, yeah. So, and Allison, just been good for so many years now.
Since I can remember watching her when she was a sophomore in high school.
Exactly. Back in California, she just was a legend, and still is a legend.
Now these announcers are putting a lot of emphasis on her ankle injury, which she can run a 49. There's nothing that's really bothering her that much.
I honestly, I will say, I've had some injuries. I had some Achilles problems. I remember when I my PR of 145.1 in the 800, I considered not running the race that day. It was in Monaco.
Yeah.
I got into the Diamond League race, and I thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't run this. My Achilles is that bad. But I just told myself, you know what? How often do you get this opportunity? Just give it a shot.
Yeah.
And I ended up having a race in my life in 145.1, and before and after it was terrible. But during the race, you definitely don't feel it.
All those endorphins.
You definitely don't feel it during the race. But before and after, it's definitely it can wear on you a little bit.
So Allison Felix, when it looked like she was beaten, finds a way to win. 49.68. Phyllis Francis got second.
So those fourth and fifth places, Ellis, Watson, and McCrory, they'll probably be named the 4x4 team.
Yeah, I think top 8 usually are named 4x4 team.
Oh yeah, they have
so many rounds.
Yeah, plenty of alternates for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm just so blessed to be on this team.
When you think about the difficulties you've had with the ankle and being able to push through, just how tough was it?
It was the hardest challenge I've had, but he brought me through.
All right, so half of it's done. You've got the 400 and 5 days off. What will you do between now and then, and we'll see you back for the 200?
A lot of recovery and get some work in.
Oh man, it's been on this the whole time. I was trying to show them. I totally messed that up. This is the results. I know.
I don't even know. I'm so speechless. I worked really hard for this moment.
for the U.S. Rio delegation.
Natasha, shout out on Twitter right now.
Yeah, big race for her, man.
We come
It's a
back.
big race.
The men's 400. That means
Men's 400 is next. Let's see the. I can show you guys the fields for that. Turn this down real quick and you can read it. Yeah, so this race we're gonna have Michael Berry of Nike. As you can see, he's run 44.75. This year, his best is 45.18. Former world junior champion. Lane 2 is going to be Kyle Clemens, personal best of 44.84. This year, his best is in 45.48. In lane 3, Armin Hall, personal best 44.82. This year, 44.82. Actually tied his personal best from a few years ago. Let's see here. David Verberg of Adidas, he's run 44.41, his personal best. This year, 45.0. LaShawn Merritt, personal best, 43.65. We all know of his ability and one of the fastest all time. 44.22 is his personal best this year.
Two-time Olympic champion.
Two-time Olympic champion, 7-time world champion. So he's someone that is definitely going to be probably the class of this field. But you never know. You never know in the trials. Gil Roberts, personal best of 44.53. This year, 44.88. He is a world indoor champion. Tony McQuay with the famous dive. That was Tony McQuay?
I believe so, yeah.
A couple years ago or last Olympics? That was David Neville. I know dove across the line in 2012. But Tony McQuay also, I think, had a close finish in the quarter. Personal best 44.40. This year's best 45.17. And then in lane 8, it's Najee Glass, and he has run 44.79. This year 45.31. So not too many sub 45 performances this year. I think LaShawn Merritt again class of the field 44.20 for his personal bet for his season's best. So it'll be interesting to see how the guys respond. They step up, try to go with him, or if they're just gonna really race for that second and third spots. I'm not too familiar with like tactics in 400s. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure most people just run as hard as they can.
Yeah.
But I do know that sometimes there's a little bit of gamesmanship there. I know between LaShawn Merritt and oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. Not Jeremy Warner, no. The Caribbean athlete.
Yeah, I'm blanking as well. I know who you're talking about. I'm sorry.
What is his name? The other basically best 400 meter runner in the world right now. Anyways, the two of them, I know sometimes depending on what lane they draw, they also actually kind of get out harder than they normally would to mess with the person's rhythm. So yeah, it happens. And Karani James, yeah. God, I completely forgot that.
Got the computers right in front of us. Google it.
I know, right? So here, put this back on.
Florida just won the NCAA team title, and he's one of the reasons why.
in lane 7 is Tony McQuay.
Here's the second Gator. He's finding his form at the ideal time. He hadn't set a personal best since 2013, but set a new PR, 44.24, to win the semifinal. He looked comfortable. He could be a challenger for LaShawn Merritt.
Gil Roberts is in lane 6.
U.S. champion in 2014. He too is lucky to be here because he was ejected from his semifinal yesterday, but ran under protest and was put back in.
Lane 5 is LaShawn Merritt.
He's trying to return the U.S. to its former greatness. They swept the medals in the Olympics in 2004, and in 2012 they got no medals when he got hurt just before the Olympic Games.
Lane 4, David Verberg.
He beat LaShawn Merritt last year to win the U.S. title. He made the final of the last Olympic trials, finishing 7th. He'll have to be close to or better than his personal best, 44.41 from last year, if he wants to make this team.
Not gross.
Lane 3 is Armin Hall.
Went to high school
yeah,
in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It took him 4 years, but he got his NCAA 400 meter title at Florida.
That's why I can't find it on mobile.
He He made
So
the
the
U.S. team
link
in
that you guys
2013 that went to the
I
World
don't think it
Championships.
actually.
Works, right?
Kyle
No.
Clemens.
You
Yeah.
can see to your
lane 2.
YouTube page,
He
but
set a PR time in his semifinal, but
you
only
have
got
to,
hit fourth, and that's why he's in lane 2. He's the reigning U.S.
click
indoor
on
champ, and he got bronze at the World
like the
Indoors.
all activities
Not too
thing, and
far
then go to
from here
live
in
stream
Okay,
to
got it.
find
Got
the
it.
one.
Got it. Yeah.
Oregon
Alright.
had Phyllis Francis.
So there's
She
probably
just
you guys
made the
watching
team
this.
well.
We're sorry
Mike
having some
Perry's
technical
also a
difficulties.
Yeah. And also, this is pretty bad to see this quality of
Yeah, you can't really see anything.
can't really
that's on
see
the
that
machine.
stuff. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go back just to us then,
You
I
can watch our
guess.
faces.
Sean
Yeah.
Davis won his
Yeah,
semifinal
let's see.
heat. 2008
Like
Olympic
this.
gold medalist. Also twice as well.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We're trying to make this happen, but
Something happened in this event, Tom, that has never happened before. A young man from the Dominican Republic ran 44-0 and got nothing at the World Championships. If you're not running under 44 at the Olympic Games this year, chances are you're not getting a medal. So everybody from every country knows that they have to be on their A game.
all right. So these guys are watching the or in the blocks for the 400.
There's the start on their way in the 400-meter final. And LaShawn Merritt is in lane 5.
Lane 7 is out really well. Sorry.
Outside has
So is that Page.
gone through the first 100 very, very quickly and is continuing
Tony
to
McQuaid.
flourish. Look at how casually Merritt responds. This is not his first rodeo.
But so much happens second half of this race. LaShawn Merritt's already making up ground for his third 100.
Right ahead of him.
Roberts, Merritt, and as they turn for home, McKay is there too. Here's
32 seconds through 300 meters.
They can close that out. I mean, that's bordering on a world record pace.
Come to the line. It's LaShawn Merritt to win it.
Wow, I think 43.97.
Roberts, it looked like it's
Season's best for him.
Gil Roberts got second, David Verberg in third.
7 is the best time in the world. So I talked
Yeah, so Gil Roberts, not too familiar with him, but you know, yeah, made the team, got out hard, hung on. David Verberg came back from kind of way back in the race, but yeah, made the team, and wasn't really a question there. It was all pretty decided that last 50, it seemed like.
forging that big lead. Here's LaShawn Merritt back here.
Oh, we got a little
He did not
guest joining us, Danny Mercado. He might add some interaction to this
Danny, what's
broadcast.
up?
He was right behind us too.
Oh,
Or he parked like right behind me.
Well, a live stream. We're trying,
Yeah,
we're trying
man.
to.
Gil Roberts starts to fall apart. He's trying to hold on to second. He does that as Verberg crosses the line in third. That's your U.S. team, Merritt, Roberts, and Verberg.
so the next event up is supposed to be the Masters Exhibition Women's 1500, but we're pretty certain they're going to cut away to swimming on this.
That is as good.
But we'll see
and
what
as
actually
comfortable as
happens.
you can look as a sub 44 quarter model. All you budding quarter models out there, this is how it's supposed to look in the final 100. Relaxed and composed.
I don't know if you recommend looking up at the big board or not.
No, I don't.
Let's go to Lewis.
All right, Tom, thanks very much.
So make sure to put on live stream, you said?
And that time, 43.97. When you look up, what do you think about that as you win this championship at Rio?
You know what?
That's fine. I'll
We got a great group
So you
of
have
guys.
to,
I have it up. So
And,
under videos,
I wanted to run a
You
fast
do-
final. The Browns were
uploads.
so easy,
All
but
right.
so good. So please. And I think you got some help from
There's
Gil
like a
Roberts. Gil,
list of
your
3
mentality
options.
really
Okay,
going
yeah,
off there.
it's like a
Under
drop
all
down menu.
activities.
Yeah.
Get to Rio.
So then I think once you click on that, I think you could link out that live
You
stream
feel this young man coming up behind you?
page.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
Bill. I couldn't do nothing but Bill. All right, David, you're also heading there. How did you hold on to the home stretch? I wanted it. I
And
wanted
then maybe
it.
you get your $10
I mean,
back.
I came out to
He
pull
wanted it more than
There's no fooling
anybody.
around. I love my girl, I love my family. It was Rio. You are going to Rio, and finally to you and LaShawn. Of course, the matchup that we'll all be looking for between you and Karani James if you get to the final. Your thoughts on that?
You know what? Everyone's been running well all year. I got the fast time in the world right now.
In the two
In the 2 and the 4. So, I'm feeling good and always up for the challenge.
All right, LaShawn, congrats. It's celebration time.
Thank you.
Tom?
All right, Lewis, LaShawn Merritt wins the 400 meters, and still a lot of headliners to come on day 3.
So LaShawn, you know, another one of those guys.
100-meter finals for women.
Another one of those guys who,
the favorite.
you know, has served a doping ban. You know, we hope it was just the extends, I guess, you know, but no, you never know. Yeah, so yeah, we're definitely going to swimming now. Probably for a solid, hour? I think you guys were saying. Let's see.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was going to just be 2 events.
Well, let's see. The men's decathlon, which is what they're going to show for sure.
Yes.
Is on at 5:33. So it might be about 30 minutes before we see any more track action. But yeah, we'll find out here. Let's see if I can change this quality a little bit. So it looks good on this camera, but when I put on the this stuff, that was terrible, right?
Yeah, that
so
was
let's see real quick. Let's try it again. We're checking the
I got some lag in my live feed.
Yeah. Seems to be about let's see how much of a lag it is. 30 seconds? It's about 30 seconds of a lag. Or is it not up yet?
Maybe
Did I not do it?
You have to be on the Wirecast and hit the...
Oh man, okay, no wonder. Okay.
Now we can time.
Alright, yeah, so now, let's see how long it takes to get this to show. Alright, so
15 seconds.
we're working out the kinks here. You know, this is obviously our first time doing this. Hopefully by the time this series is coming along in a couple days here, we'll nail this down and have this whole thing figured out.
Everybody gets to watch Michael Phelps just yelling and flexing.
I know, right? Just freaking out. So yeah, you really can't see that well, huh?
Yeah, that's not a great...
Can you change your the setting on that? Like the if you go to there, you can see that's auto. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and change this really quickly. I think at times you can change the level at which it's streaming. So let me see here. Maybe we can't because I already. Let's see, media. Alright, so for those tuning in, again, we're trying to make sure that output in progress, quality may be reduced, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and change this to 480p. I'll go one up and see how it looks. So 360p, okay.
I'll switch over in about 15 seconds.
Right, so let me see this. So if I press 1, that's not gonna change it over. Yeah, it's not. I have to look at this. Alright. Yeah, we're still figuring this out.
Quality didn't seem to change.
We'll check the settings really quick. Your settings. Still 240. Alright. Yeah, still not. Let's see. Go back to here. Yeah, we're still figuring this out. You know, I forgot, we didn't meet the other day. What was your name again? Kia, that's right.
Yeah,
cool.
he didn't recognize you either.
Yeah.
No, I was just kidding. I was kidding. I know who he is.
Big timing everybody all the time.
Alright, let me try and change this
Swimming.
again.
Yeah, they got the 50-meter freestyle. I think that's what they said.
It's track and swimming coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna try and push up to 480 actually. Let's see what happens. Bit rate. Stream delay 0 seconds. Okay.
Wait, did she just had a sip of the pool water?
Did Did she sip the pool water?
Yeah, I believe she did.
Maybe she just threw it on her face or
No. She
on
went
her
straight.
goggles so she can
That's
see
how you
clear.
get acclimatized to the water.
Should we be commenting on the swimming trials?
I mean, this could be interesting. I mean, I do enjoy watching swimming.
Yeah, I just know nothing about it. I was kind of hoping to comment on just like the fact they're even showing swimming right now. You know what I mean? Like just kind of how BS that is.
Like in conjunction with the track.
Yeah, you know,
trials.
like people are tuning in here in order to watch the track trials. And I mean, granted, the schedule is kind of messed right now because the schedule is there is like an hour dead period where they're showing Masters.
Yeah.
You know, but
they still could
regardless.
have had 2 streams going, like swimming. I'm sure the swimming fans are upset that they have to watch.
Yeah,
track
that's true.
to
That's true.
see-
So they're just like making everybody mad here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
totally.
It's just I don't know who's in charge.
And also, it's unclear to me whether they're showing any of this live. Because we're watching live right now on the web stream.
It says live.
Yeah,
And it says live, but like on the NBC broadcast, when you go to like here in Arizona in Flagstaff, it's channel 12. I can't watch until 2 hours from now.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
So if I try to record it and watch it live on TV, it won't be live for another 2 hours.
Got it.
But it's live on this web
The
stream.
web stream, yeah.
So it's unclear to me, like, if anybody around the world, that was a quick race.
Yeah, I know. It's just
It's just one
20
length.
Is it 25 meters? 50
no,
meters?
50,
50, right? Is this one length? Yeah. The true spinners of swimming. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try this again and see if this doesn't get better. Let's see. Go back to that stream and see what it says. We're trying to make sure that we're trying to get the screen sharing to work. Oh man, it's still saying 240p, huh?
Yeah.
Man. Alright. Well, maybe next time we'll have to just start it from the beginning like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Stream options. Yeah, it might be because you already started it that we can't do it. Alright. Well, we'll go back to this. And yeah, let's hang out. Watch some swimming. Till the men's decathlon 15 happens.
Oh man.
So men's deck 15 or men's decathlon, I'm pretty sure that Ashton's
got a clear lead
by
right
about
now.
like what 200 points or something? More than that?
Almost 200 over
Almost 200
Zach
points.
Zymek from Wisconsin. A couple college kids sitting in second and third.
My personal favorite, Curtis Beach, former mid-distance runner, you know, like us a little bit. He has to have a monster.
Oh, he's
a
well
monster
behind.
15, I think. Yeah, he's behind by about 1,000 points. I'm not sure what kind of 15 you have to run in order to.
I was watching his
make that
heptathlon
up.
indoors, watching his progress, and who he had to beat in the 1K indoors, and just like knowing like, oh, he has to pick up 8 seconds on this whoever the German guys were, and
he
just so
missed
close.
It. Yeah, that's great about the decathlon. It is really, you know, there's a lot of drama that last event. You never really figure out who's gonna put in
10th event in 2 days. You're exhausted, and to make it the 1500 meters for a lot of these guys are big muscle guys. Like not all of them can run the fast 1500 like Curtis Beach and Ashton.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna see. I mean, I don't think Ashton is close to a world record. He definitely isn't. I think he needs I think 9,000 something is the
record's not available.
9,009.
It's like it's above 9,000 for sure. I know that, but I'm not sure what 15 would have to run in order to get that mark. Which again is a shame. Why don't we have this information clear to us so we can see those tables and figure that out? Yeah, so we'll have to wait for this coverage to start, and then we can, discuss. I'm sure they'll mention it. You know, the time.
Okay, so his world record is 9,045.
He got that last year in Beijing.
Yes.
Last year in Beijing. So he would need to score
well over
1,100 points, basically.
So that's run under 4 minutes at least.
That's what it would be, under 4 minutes?
I can't remember what he ran his senior year, but I don't remember what he ran at the last trials, but he ran like 4:20, I think, when we were sophomores in college. So I imagine he's gotten a lot better than that.
He's run 4:15, I think, for his best decathlon in a decathlon, or best 15 in a decathlon.
That's nasty.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of times, you know, when Curtis isn't really, in contention, he paces Ashton a lot. We've seen it a few times
he's
now.
He's run, I think, 350 something for.
Oh, Curtis?
I want to say he has.
Oh yeah, no,
he's
Curtis has run
228.
Yeah, he definitely has. He's
that.
definitely broken 4 minutes for the 15. He might even have the world record for the fastest 15 in the decathlon.
I feel like that's right.
Yeah, but we got the decathlon points calculator over here.
I was
For
gonna say
flat
what
is
was it?
953 points.
359 is 961.
So it's going up by 8 points. Ish.
So he would need to run. Again, he's down by how much? He has 7,900.
I think 1070 or so.
1070.
Yeah.
So he'd have to run
1070?
under 350.
Yeah, he'd have
It's not
to.
gonna happen.
Under 350, yeah.
I believe it can happen. You never know.
And they're gonna have everybody from the 1500 meter prelim just do it.
Yeah, his best 15 is 4:14:48.
Oh,
So I don't think he's gonna give it his absolute all here to break 4 minutes, let alone 350.
Yeah, he's just gonna go out there and secure the win.
I was gonna say for a guy who's
He's 200 points ahead, and you're only making up 8 seconds or 8 points per second. He's got pretty good shot.
Yeah.
I feel like he would have to save his best performances for Rio.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, if he's a guy who's done that at a world championship, I wouldn't expect him to try it at an Olympic trials.
Yeah.
He already has it sewn up.
Yeah, very true.
The Masters Women's 1500 should be starting around now.
Oh yeah, so that's right. So while they're showing the swimming events, this is when they're having the Masters men's and women's 15s. Also some controversy in that category. You know, there's a lot of people saying there's doping going on in the Masters.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times. Like there's some 40-year-olds, 50-year-old age groupers that are setting world records in the 5Ks and 1500s.
And it's funny because I mean, they're not really getting tested. I'm not sure. I don't think they're on the WADA list or the USADA list.
No,
it's not really.
But they also only have a couple $100 at some of their races. It's not very high value to test them.
Yeah, and some people, even though there's no money involved, they're just like, I don't care. I'll do this. I want to run fast. So it's pretty frustrating, I think, for even in the Masters events to compete clean. You know.
That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I guess
Some
Masters
rich
athletes
people.
do take it seriously,
Rich,
but
retired, going through a midlife crisis.
But how seriously do you have to take it to decide? Oh, I'm gonna start juicing so that I can start winning all these races. And then how serious do you have to be to get incredibly upset that that's actually happening? I think it's relatively justified for people like us, where there's people taking a lot of prize purses away or medals and stuff, but. They call these Masters races exhibition races.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
By the titles themselves are already sort of devaluing these races. And I don't know. It's funny that people decide I think I'm 42 now. I think this is the time for me to start taking steroids.
Yeah.
It's probably a good time. Nobody's gonna catch me.
They risk their actual lives because of drugs.
Yeah, they're not necessarily safe.
They're synthetic, so they're susceptible to human fallacy.
Alright, let's see. Can anyone see this okay?
Another freestyle.
So is Phelps completely done racing these trials?
Oh, I haven't been following it enough at all.
I know he's already going in some events, but
Phelps?
Are all his events done?
Yeah, I haven't heard much about Phelps. I haven't really been following it. I know whenever...
he won the individual medley. Right? 200 meter individual.
I don't know. I know that he won the butterfly. I saw it earlier.
Oh, he won the butterfly after
the
his
final was today.
Okay.
Right.
So after his maybe not so great prelim, he won.
Got it. He got amped up.
Yeah.
It's interesting how swimming, is. They can just swim nonstop, swimming practices are 5-hour practices, and they can just work so much harder. Their bodies don't break down, I guess, because you're in the water, you're supported, you know what I mean? But Yeah, you guys ever swimmers? You know, the classic like Alan Webb story. How he was a swimmer growing up and stuff.
I was soccer.
Soccer. Danny, were you soccer?
I played tag.
Tag, a lot of tag growing up.
Schoolyard.
Played tag, skate
Freeze tag a lot of times. So we could just sit down.
We were skate rats until we were freshmen.
Skate rats, that's right.
Yeah.
So on a skateboard all the time on the abandoned pools. West Colby.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, in the warehouse and Antonio Pro Skater too. Yeah. That too.
Yeah.
Kia, what did you do as a kid? Play soccer?
I wrestled with gators.
Wrestled with
Oh, so you
gators.
grew up in Florida?
And wrestled with.
Went to Disneyland a lot. Oh. Too soon. Probably a little too soon.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. Nothing really. Yeah, there's a recent
Twitter game.
Yeah.
Focus on your Twitter game.
Twitter game. I don't have a Twitter game.
Instagram.
Yeah, an interesting article came out recently that was talking about talent and how what they found is there really isn't anything that talent is really like non-existent. That when you see someone who at a young age seems like a prodigy and seems like a talent, it's actually a result of them having practice before they were discovered. You know what I mean? So even like Mozart, for example, right? Everyone's like, oh, Mozart, he composed his first symphony at age 5, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know, his father was also a musician. His father, like, did a bunch of stuff with, like, creating, like, making instruments, all these things.
So it was already being nurtured.
It was already in there from the start. You know what I mean? And so it wasn't like Mozart one day like saw a piano and was like, oh my god, I can play this. You know what I mean? It's like it's been a part of his culture, of his upbringing. And I believe the same thing with athletics. I think someone who has a natural running ability, like, oh, I got some talent, he can just run so fast immediately. He wasn't like a couch potato his whole life and was like playing video games all day. He was probably someone that was active as a kid, you know, played a lot of tag, did a lot of sports growing up. Like myself, I played a ton of basketball, football, volleyball, all those sports. And then when I finally got the track, it was like, oh my gosh, this guy's so talented. But I remember doing like crazy conditioning workouts, like at the YMCA level, you know what I mean? When I was like 10 years old, 9 years old, I had a coach that was like really into conditioning. And so, you know, yeah, I think had that not happened, I probably wouldn't have been as good later on in high school and stuff. But yeah, like you never see someone who just stepped out of the bed one day, you know, never doing anything and can run fast.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, even like number one prodigy, not prodigy, the number one runner in the U.S. right now for distances, Galen Rupp. Alberto, like he saw him when he was playing soccer when Galen was 16 years old, and then he started running. He started running well, but he's already been, like you said, conditioned as well. And it took him till he was 25 until he
almost
became
10 years.
It was actually 10. That's how they actually described it. It's like once he decided he was going to coach Galen, it's like, all right, I have this 10-year plan for you.
Yeah, it took him a long time till he got to the level that he's at, almost where he is right now.
Yeah.
Very true.
And it's funny because he was saying like, yeah, in 10 years, this is what I think you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like 2012 London Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's kind of strange that, you know,
It all
that's
came
where
true,
you're
right?
getting a silver medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salvador has a crystal ball or something.
Yeah, something, all right. Currently under investigation what that something is. But, you know,
probably.
we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
So I think what we've kind of been neglecting with the swimming coverage when it pops back, they're actually swimming the 1500.
Oh, they cut away also?
Yeah.
So we're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. So yeah, they're showing the men's or women's 1500.
It was men's.
Men's 1500
It
meter
sucks
swim.
because in that, and I feel like in a 1500 meter swim, there's already going to be way more like lead changes or things happening
Yeah.
at a drastic level than it would in
18 lengths
you
to
know
go.
a 3-minute and 40-second race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like a steeplechase. I think.
Yeah, I mean this is probably the equivalent to the 10K or like.
Well,
over
it
half.
takes it's the
15
same
minutes.
length as the 5K. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same time wise.
Yeah, they're going,
But
man.
they cut away only for commercials. They don't have to cut away for interviews or
Oh, and one thing we wanted to know as
other,
well.
events.
It was blowing my mind, and I was getting pretty frustrated that when we were watching the races yesterday and the day before, they would show the 10K, like they would show swimming commercials during the track coverage.
Yeah.
So now I want to know, are they going to show track stuff in the commercials of the swimming coverage?
Oh, look at this! They got picture in picture. First time
Yeah,
they've used
look
it
at that.
all broadcast.
Picture in picture for swimming. Why did they do it for
They have so
track
many
and field?
interviews
It's so
where
bizarre.
they're interviewing either the top finisher or they're interviewing the CEO Max Siegel from USA Track and Field, where they cut away from the track events just to talk to these.
The entire frame
people.
is gone.
Yeah, entire frame.
Guys, it's really important what they have to say.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
very,
fine.
very
You can turn the audio up. That's great. But we'd like to see the track at least in the background.
Yeah, it's like funny. You know, you'll see them running in the background of the interview. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I think that was Galen. I think that was somebody. You know?
Yeah,
you
we
never
were
tell.
looking like, oh, that might have been a green jersey. I think the only green jersey was Hassan Mead.
Yeah. Alright, so some more guests. Why don't everyone kind of introduce themselves and like show us up in the camera? I'll turn the camera so you can see. But we got Danny Mercado over here.
This is
You
me
can
now.
see that. Let's see. I'm gonna go over here to so we can make sure you can see them. All right, that's Caroline Arciniaga.
Hi.
That's Nick's wife. Me and Nick, obviously, been here last almost hour now.
It's going strong.
We got Kia and
Me time.
yeah.
That's Tyler.
Tyler, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing introductions.
Yeah. Good. Please. Yeah. So
Tyler German.
I hope you guys can hear with the microphone. Yeah. So we'll see if this works or not. I think I can turn this up maybe a little bit. Let me see this thing. Oh, that's for the headphones.
And then 1500 Women's Masters is finished. Got Chris Prasso from Strava Track Clubs. He's probably from the Bay Area.
Yeah, definitely.
436 for the win. Jennifer St. Jean, second, 443. Grace Padilla, SoCal Roadrunners, 444. Renee Tolan, 444 as well, in fourth place. Marie Salem from Cambridge Sports Union, 445. Sixth was Janet Divitt in 451.
So it looks like it was a pretty close fight for second place there. Or maybe for third place, I should say. There's about 1, 2, 3 athletes within about a second of each other. But yeah, I don't know what prizes they get. I don't know if there's anything at all. This exhibition, there are Masters World Championships, but don't know how this is going to factor in. But yeah.
Cut away from the 1500 for another commercial.
Yep, cut away again from the 15. Another commercial.
How many is that now?
Swimming.
This is the second one for swimming.
Yeah, these is 2 cutaways. I mean, I saw, but for that men's 10K, they only showed 13 minutes and 55 seconds of the race. They cut away that many times.
I think the
Only
women's
half
race
of
was
the
closer
coverage.
to like 23 or 24.
Yeah, women's was closer. It was a bit more, but yeah.
But the question is, would we be complaining about the commercials if we were just regular people watching the trials?
You know, I think they don't. First of all, people that are watching the trials as a regular person, they are not fans of the sport. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So even when they're showing the coverage, a lot of times the announcers are doing a pretty terrible job of talking about the players, talking about moves being made.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Just talking strategy even. Like
Yeah,
they're saying why
strategy.
people will go out harder in an 800 and lead from the gun, or like in the 1500 they sit back and make a tactical race. Or like in the 5 or 10K yesterday, watching Molly Huddle just set the pace from the gun. Like that's not something you normally see from like somebody who is going to win. Like you watch like Mo Farah at the Olympic Games, he's always straight to the back. He's in last place for the first mile, and then he starts catching people, and he makes sure he's in position to go with the mile to go. But like just talking about different tactics like that everybody has would be interesting for a lot of people to know.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that's frustrating is a lot of times they will have a script of like 5 athletes max that they'll talk about. Most likely it's more like 3. They showed Emily a bunch. They showed Molly because of last year's medal stuff. But they didn't really talk much about Muriel Hall.
No.
They didn't talk much about Kellen or was it what was her name again? I'm forgetting.
Alfine. Yeah, Alfine.
Alfine. Yeah, and so it was just they have their small script of who they want to talk about, who they know, and they just don't have the research.
Isn't that one of the problems? I mean, you look at a race that Mo would be in, and you look on BBC Sport or something like that, and they have Steve Cram or Tim Hutchins talking about them, and those guys can talk about Mo for an entire 5K. They could probably talk about Mo for an entire 10K. They did that during the 2012.
I've talked about Mo during a 10-miler.
Yeah, I mean, how many of us have talked all that stuff during a 2-hour run? It happens, but I think it's like you're right. I mean, why don't they have a bigger script?
There's not fans of the sport. I think a lot of announcers. I mean, they're fans of the sport, but they don't know the collegiate athletes. They don't know whoever's not given in front of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at. I mean, I remember. Just not to pump any names, but Fenton is like one of the best guys in the sport with that. He knows everybody.
Yeah, they do a lot better. I think if they just had him at least as a guest speaker for a 10K or a 5K.
Exactly. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, I don't know obviously what his contractual obligations are to Flow Track. I'm sure it's very hard to crack the NBC,
they didn't
bubble.
even get the media thing, didn't they?
Yeah, Flow Track got denied actually the media credential.
That's rough. I mean, but I think it sucks because our sport ends up suffering. Like we all know, and we can sit there and scream at the TV. Like every single person can probably find some storyline that they think is really important to them that hasn't gotten mentioned outside of Galen or Centrowitz or stuff like that. Like I think Chris Derrick getting 5th when he originally probably shouldn't have even been considered to be on the list or to be in the field. I thought that was a huge storyline that everybody seemingly the big wigs seemingly glossed over. The guy, because there was like a huge issue, 2008 with Goucher and Webb getting into certain races over guys that they shouldn't have gotten over, and those guys didn't even run well. Like at least if Chris was gonna do it, and if they're gonna pull the string for him, it's like, well, I think he already knew if I don't run well, then I'm gonna look really stupid.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought that was a huge storyline that just got completely glossed over, and Fowle too. I think.
Yeah.
The same thing is.
Just even the guys dropping out in a 10K. That's drama. You know what I mean? That's guys that are dropping out. That
you don't see that very often with world-class athletes. Just going down and sitting on the track. People. I don't remember seeing many people dropping out of the Olympic Games.
Yeah, exactly. And so.
Like 2 or 3, I think, in the 2012 10K.
Yeah.
I mean, they get laps for sure. I remember last year watching the games in the 1500 meters. There was this guy running barefoot. I don't know what country he was from, definitely one of the smaller ones, and he just got rolled over, man. It may have been the 5K, but man, when the pack came up on him, they just I think he got pushed off the track. It was that aggressive. Everyone just shoved him off. It was nuts. So.
Here's a finish of the 15.
Yeah, finish of the 15. Is it the last?
This is
it. Yeah. So first and second are way ahead. Another Jaeger. They got a Jaeger themselves.
Wilmowski.
Yeah. They look purple. That's how hard they're breathing out there, man. Wow.
That's actually pretty
I'm not a swimmer. I actually tried swimming when I was injured one time. Made it 2 lengths of the pool and just had to call it. Couldn't breathe. I couldn't get strokes.
My stomach usually starts to sink.
I'm not a swimmer either. Can't do it. Doesn't work. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this is doing it. Yep, all good. Sweet. Alright.
About 7-8 minutes until the decathlon 1500.
Oh, so we've already passed some time there. We're almost to the deck 15, and
that should be interesting.
Race. I mean, it's just gonna be by how much, how close will Ashton get to the record. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be very much more of a question than that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you never know. Someone may get inspired. Sometimes some college kids or some people just get
Looking at this, it looks like the top 3 are pretty solid and locked up. With Ashton, Zach
I don't know. I mean, the 4th place, Jeremy Taiwo,
but
he's 90 points behind 3rd place.
That's
about
14 seconds.
hey, I mean, some of these deck guys, they can only run about 5 minutes for the 15.
Yeah.
And you have guys like Ashton that can go 4:14.
So we'll
Can you
see
see their personal best? Can we see their? So let's see. This for Garrett Scanting, who is currently in 3rd place. He has a best of 4:44.31. And let's see, Jeremy Taiwo,
Oh, this
4:16.
Okay, so there is a possibility.
So this is going to be some drama here, like we said. You know,
Jeremy Taiwo could make the Olympic team if he beats Garrett
is it by 14 seconds? Do we know how much that would be?
That'd be about 100 points, my guess.
100
How
points
fast
is
does
14
Curtis Beach
seconds.
need to run to make the team?
Sub 350.
No, that's Ashton
That's
to
Ashton to
set the world record.
Oh, that's right.
Curtis
Yeah.
needs 600 points
No,
to make the team.
No, because that's going to be
Yeah, but
on
that's
top of
gonna
what
be
they.
that's
because
the difference right now.
Yeah, no, he
But-
needs. No, that's what I meant. He needs to gain an additional 600 points on these guys.
Yeah.
That's doable. I think that's doable.
not if they're getting like 8 or 9. If they run 4:15, they're getting 800 points.
Right,
So
so you have to
then
run 3
he would
flat
need
to
to
get.
get
Yeah, but he would have to
11
run. Yeah,
seconds.
he
He
would
need
have
to break
to go
speeches.
a lot
We need to
faster.
break the world record.
He needs to just break the world record in 15.
So they're
They're
gonna
going
get
148 and then 800.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to run 3 flat for 1500, score 1400 points.
That's
That's
high
a tall
bar.
set.
It's a hard part set, but you know, you never know
Tyler's
these days.
doing it. He's been it up there for.
But no, I mean, this is definitely some drama in 3rd place here. Garrett Scantling of Georgia is currently in 3rd place and is not a good 15 meter runner. Again, 4:44 is his best. Jeremy Taiwo in 4th is about, to be exact, he is
Seconds. It's 30 seconds back.
exact.
It's looking good.
It's looking
wonder
good.
At the end of a
Looking good for the
decathlon,
Washington
if Garrett has ever been really challenged in this,
He's a
he
college
maybe,
kid.
maybe never had to run a 1500 as hard as he's going to have to run tonight.
That's very
Is he
true.
NCAA champ?
There's a kid, Zach Zymek from Wisconsin, that's ahead of him right
Well,
now.
what else he has accomplishments down below, right? So
men's
he-
decathlon world ranking.
We check Garrett Scantling, see what his has for his accomplishments. Doesn't say, huh?
Fayetteville, just
Well, at the bottom it has the accomplishments, like the not his world rankings. Okay.
Yeah, Garrett's
I'm gonna check with
decathlon personal best is 82.32, which he's going to surpass that today. most
His
likely.
his personal best this year in the 15 is only 5:07. What's Jeremy's best this year in the 15? Jeremy's in the 15. 4:31. So this is gonna be a battle, and the question is, a lot of times these guys, it's a very
Jeremy is also
brotherhoodly-
indoor champion, national indoor champion.
Oh wow, okay. But yeah, these guys have a strong brotherhood when it comes to these meets, and I wonder if someone's gonna pace them, or how they do that. Because they definitely pace Ashton's world
It's
record.
weird because you gotta start picking sides when it's this
Exactly, if
close.
it's that close, maybe they're gonna be like, yeah, it's messed up, just let him run. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be some drama here. Hopefully they show the whole race and we can watch. It's pretty much guaranteed Ashton's gonna win. Looks like it's for sure Zach is gonna,
It looks like Zach was ahead of Garrett at NCAA's, so I'm assuming Zach Zemek was the NCAA champion.
Okay.
It
Can we
doesn't
touch on
say.
the fact that badminton is now on the TV?
Yeah, this is insane.
I think this is
Yeah.
a commercial.
It's a commercial.
Oh, it's
Love
intense.
I'm sorry, but these are the commercials that should be playing.
They were showing handball earlier. Like,
Oh,
he got it! He hit it out of bounds!
Oh,
What? China with the
sorry,
point, with the
serious?
win.
Oh yeah, Dad, you gotta do it fast. Dad.
Wow.
Oh,
Wasn't
man.
badminton a
Kids
sport?
looking for the dab.
Wasn't this a sport where people were losing on purpose in order to get better seeds in London?
Oh, wow.
Were they?
Yeah, there was this big controversy where people were losing on purpose in the early rounds in order to get like worse seeds so they can like have an easier way to the final.
Like an easier bracket.
Easier bracket. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Is either this sport or something similar to it, but
Good.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I played badminton a couple times and the guy hit in the face with the birdie.
Oh man, yeah, I'm sure it happens all the time.
Yeah, I was just like waiting for it to come. It just came so fast I couldn't react and got me right dead center of the forehead.
That story, Nick.
I know. It's great. I love badminton.
All right, well, I think we're back to track coverage here. Ashton Eaton, you've been on any United flights recently. Is talks
Is
about
that-
you.
is that the- okay, yeah.
He's
That's
like
the
one of the
area.
athletes that they feature in the United safety video and stuff.
Women's 100 meters, and we have the final event of the decathlon. But before we get to that, let's go to Todd Harris for a report on some of the field events that are underway.
All right, there
High
you go.
jump.
We're recapping the high jump.
High jump has gone final. This is Shantae Lowe
Yeah,
already
Shantae
with a
Lowe.
national title in hand. And she improves even more. Shantae knocked at it. How about the celebration? 6'7", that's 2.01 meters. Shantae Lowe on her fourth
So
Olympic
yeah,
team
Shantae Lowe
gets it
won.
done.
Vashti Cunningham was second. Anika McPherson got third.
Vashti, and a very proud father.
Yeah, and you
Randall, with all
needed
of
that
your
jump
success in
to
sports, what
get
is
the
this moment
standard.
like to share with
So that was
you?
a standard jump as
That was
well.
the standard, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I think
not have
she
it.
just got cleared to compete this month.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe like June or whatever. But it was definitely done with like weeks spared time, you know?
Check that. Yeah, she's only jumped once in March, once in May.
Oh, okay, so maybe it was just this past.
A good little girl.
Okay.
And Randall embracing Vashti, and they're on their
Yeah,
way
so-
to Rio on the U.S.
Vashti Cunningham, 17 years old, 16 years
Now
old.
we're ready
Is
for
she?
I
the
thought
final
she's
event.
18. She's 18 now?
They're
Okay.
at standings after 9
Pretty
events.
crazy.
Eaton, Zymek, Scantling, and
The few they
Tyler.
discussed the third, fourth
And of course,
place.
the final event is the 1500
They
meters.
Yeah, how
had
close
here.
it is.
And Tom, he
So
could
might-
run
We
more
might
than
just
a
gloss
minute
over
forward
like we were
Yeah,
talking
we talk about
about.
Ashton.
Assuming others
We're probably
get
talking
there
about
before
Curtis
us,
'cause
and
he'll
still
lead the
qualify
race.
for the team. Safely in the lead, he brought out here today what he called a workmanlike
I'm gonna get my
performance
phone
over
out
2
to,
days to qualify for this team. His coach Harry Mara promises a lot of
Time
fireworks
the difference
for
here.
Rio.
And Zach Zymek, double Z, is in second place.
He's put together a great couple of days. He's also safely on this team in second place. Not a great 1500 meter runner. 4:42 is his best, but he's safely on this team. The action's going to be in third place.
All right, they're talking about it.
Garrett Scantling from the University of Georgia.
He looks like
Won
he's
the javelin.
preparing
Outstanding
himself for
performance.
pain.
Good performance in the pole vault. He was state champion in Florida in high school in that event. He's in the lead, but he's not safely in the lead. His personal best at the 1500, 4:44. The man behind him, Jeremy Tyro, is an excellent 1500 meter runner. There he is. Tyro has run 4:16, 28 seconds faster. He only needs to beat Scantling by 13 seconds,
So
approximately 13 seconds.
13
in order to
seconds
take over third
differential.
place. Lots of drama for the third position on this
See what
U.S.
happens.
Must be pretty gnarly if you're having a really bad day and the guy that's about to usurp your spot, you can see him like 100 meters ahead and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to
And
catch
in
him.
a pretty warm day here in Eugene. On their way in the decathlon 1500.
Curtis gets out as usual. Oh, and Tylo gets out.
Oh, you gotta go out there.
He's
Tyler's
getting out
trying to
hard.
put an end to this right now.
I mean, he's getting out in 14 and a half seconds. Bad move. He may be so amped right now.
20 else slowly make 14
He's
seconds.
definitely a better middle distance guy. Like, he won the decathlon indoors and the 1K.
Oh wait, who? Curtis? You're saying?
No,
Tylo? Oh, okay.
On an event-by-event basis.
And he's a Brooks Beast.
So you don't
That's
make
right,
any
that's
mistakes.
right.
Ashton Eaton,
It's a Washington grab.
hamstring bothering him from the very first event at this competition. And that was after a quadriceps injury in May. So he's not 100%. But Ashton Eaton at less than 100% still manages the best of very good
It's funny how they have all these like just earlier. Yeah, these super advanced aerodynamic strips you can put on your arms, your legs. Then you got the hip numbers just flapping in the wind, like wings on your legs, causing major drag. You know.
The dream of making an Olympic team ever
So
present
already
in his household.
through
His father,
300
Joseph
meters,
Tyler, was a
Jeremy
two-time
Tyler has
Olympian from
10 seconds on
Nigeria,
Garrett,
1984,
and only needs about 11 or 12
1988,
to
triple jump
move
and
into third.
African champion.
Yeah, Garrett's
And it's always
about
been
100
Jeremy's
meters behind
dream
right
to
now.
Join
Looks
his
like.
father as an Olympian.
He's got to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, but I mean, if
A big job to do that.
if
He's
Jeremy
got
Tylo
beat
gets out too hard,
Scantling by 13 seconds,
that could,
and
you know,
even after the first
that could
500
cause some pain
meters,
the last
already
half
up
of the race.
by 12 seconds, so he's headed in that direction.
Does look alright, but I've seen them blow up pretty hard after 2 days of 10 events.
Margin to
Where did he
get
go out in
to
63?
I I didn't get his 400. He was
I think it was like
46 at the
46 from 300.
Yeah, it was like 63.
Oh,
Went
man.
through it and
Ashton Eaton well
he went
within
through
himself.
600 and like 141.
They're not showing Tyler, but he was 157 through the 700.
Remember those stirring runs that he had 4 years ago
Wait and
here
see
to
what,
set the world
how much
record.
gap he has on
He had
Garrett.
to run a personal best to do that, and he did it. Came back with a strong 1,500 meters last summer in Beijing to break his own
Looks like
world
he's in the
record.
back of the main
Yeah,
pack of guys
he's
with 2 sections, at least 20 seconds behind.
Already 20 seconds behind. So, I mean, if he has a big second half and Tylo doesn't,
What Tylo would like
you
is
never
for
know.
Beach to pass, and Beach is a great runner.
but yeah, this might be
Former
just like
800 meter
really
runner in high school
disheartening
national class at
Yeah.
that
to see
time.
Tylo
Even
over
college,
100
he
meters
went
away
for
from you.
800.
You
It'd
know?
be nice if Beach would
Not
have
even
Garrett
100 meters
Beach
into the
favorites
race, he
for
took
Tylo.
the lead. And
Yeah.
just kind of made his intentions
Garrett's
very
second
well
lap
known.
was a
So
780,
and Beach.
and Jeremy's second
Ashton
lap
Eaton
was a
has moved up a spot.
70.
He's in fourth place
Wow.
now, behind Fitzsimmons.
They
Fitzsimons.
lost the automatic
Tylo's just
update,
got
so
to
we're
hold
going
it
to
together
see.
now for the
That's why I'm
last
watching.
lap and a quarter. He needs to go with Beach if he's going to maintain
Curtis
his
making a
rhythm.
move.
He's 22
Lap to
seconds
go.
Oh, this
on
could
Stanley. Stanley,
be
what a
bad for
warrior
Tyler.
to get to that third place position.
We think he's helping? We think
But the
he's
1,500
I think he
meters
just
is
wants
not
to get
his
the win.
just
objective.
get the win? Yeah.
So the
Get some
final lap,
points.
and Beach has passed Tylo.
I saw Curtis. I trained down at his training group in Altus in Phoenix. I saw him rip off a 36-second
Well, there's an
300
early victory
in the
lap for Ashton
structures.
Eaton.
I was like, what?
He
Just
is.
looking so smooth. He's got so much power.
Have some worries about his fitness due to that injury in May and the injured hamstring that he felt right
Yeah,
before the first
Beach
event.
is kind of pulling along Tylo here.
And he's a competitor in a
200
very
meters to go for
competitive
Tyler. I think
household.
he's safely in that third position right now.
Tyson,
He
he
might even
Yeah.
move up to second depending on how far ahead he is.
That's
So
true.
From
He
Zach.
showed
That's
fitness
true.
to be on the Canadian Olympic team in the heptathlon. And talk about a
So
competitive
he can make
household.
up almost 190 points on Zach for
And
sure.
wouldn't it be nice to have man and wife in Rio? And it looks like that will happen. Here comes the finish.
Curtis
Curtis
Beach. He's gonna run under 4:15 here. 4:12.
Tylo is in second place.
There's this time.
Tylo.
Simons is third.
He might have almost
Here
four.
comes Ashton Eaton.
We'll start that clock off with Tylo to get the exact difference back to Scantling.
Yeah, Scantling, there's no way.
Scantling, the
Nope, he's not even 100 meters
vaulter
in.
and high jumper, also did the shot put and
He
triple
just-
jump.
So Curtis
In
ran
high school, I
412,
learned
Jeremy
all the
Tyler
other
ran
events when it comes to
417.
decathlete.
Scantlin's
Also,
already
all the way to third place.
already
Jeremy
behind.
scored
Olympic
830
trials, as we see
points
him running
and
the last
points
turn.
are slipping
He
away
knew
as
he
we
had a tough
speak.
assignment here. Tylo has run very close.
Yeah,
to his
37
personal
back now.
best.
Clearly a power athlete. You know, they're saying he's really good with the pole vault and some of the
Tylo
throws.
will be the third member of the
I'm still
team.
curious
That's
to
gotta
see
be frustrating.
Great run and excellent
Zymek.
performance from Garrett
It's
Scantling.
not gonna make it.
Tyler kinds of
Nope.
gets ahead of him as well.
Crossing the line there.
Just
not
moved from
close
third to
enough
fourth.
to Tylo to hold on to third place. Jeremy
Canada
Tylo
being about 45 seconds behind.
on the U.S. team. Ashton Eaton gives him word of encouragement. Ashton Eagles will lead the team to Rio. Another U.S. championship for Ashton.
So Jeremy had 30 seconds over Zach Zymek, so I think he might move to second overall.
There you see the ball.
Yeah, yes, those are the points there, right?
They're still waiting for Zach to update.
Great respect
Oh,
for his
really?
100, but I
2
believe
days of competition.
I mean, it
he only got
says 629.
629.
Ashton Eaton with a couple of words for each.
629 plus
Here in the Olympic trials.
7. I think he got it.
He got it by a few
Yeah,
points.
so
Yeah,
Jeremy
Tyler
Tylo-
versus silver.
Jeremy Tylo chasing to make sure to beat Scantling actually ended up beating Zach. This is always really cool. At the end of the decathlon, all the guys are, you know, grabbing each other and they do a big bow in front of the crowd. It's always a special opportunity to get. Tyro is done.
Oh, man.
He is done. I can't tell if that's emotion or if that's just a
That's
fatigue.
relief. I think that's just
That's
relief.
relief and emotion.
Yeah. And he almost PR'd.
raised there's his coach.
That's Harry Mara, famous coach of Ashton.
So Ashton is
Interesting
U.S.
view on
champion once
coaching
again,
and
leading the decathlon team
definitely
to
a
Rio. And up
opponent of
next,
less
the
is
women's
more.
100-meter finals. It'll be Tori Bowie, and coming up, we'll find out.
Yeah, now we have the
Fastest
100-meter finals
runners in
left. 100
baseball.
meters, men and women. We'll see what happens with that. I'm actually recapping it here right now.
Tori Bowie with a big victory.
Tori Bowie is definitely one of the ones. Jessica Brandini. English Gardner has been looking great. But Tiana Bartoletta, man, also on that semi.
She was right
She
with
was
it.
right there. So,
Yeah,
about
there
4 or
were
5 girls that are
yeah,
going to be.
5 girls that stood out in the semis, really.
Yeah. What's your guys' best 100-meter time? Do you guys know?
I ran like 12 something in PE.
12
I think I was
something
like
in
11.9
PE.
at one
In
point.
dirt.
11.9.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
No clue. You didn't run 11.9.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, 11.9 standing start, running start,
Blocks.
I
Blocks.
was in blocks.
in blocks,
Yeah.
11.9.
I feel like blocks would slow me down.
They slowed me down when I ran my 24.4 in the 200.
I wouldn't even call that the block slowing you down though. It could be just
Was that
lack
yourself?
of
Yeah.
being able to use the blocks.
Yeah, well.
So I didn't know how to
Which
do
it slows you down because you don't know how to use
And
it.
lack
Yeah.
of talent, I guess. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess all of us can say that.
Yeah. I think the fastest 100 I've done is, I guess, probably like 11 low. I never actually timed it. So my fastest 200 is like a 22.9 running start. So that had to have been like
Oh, you could
11
have gone
low.
13 and then
13 to like a 10.
Yeah.
13 to 9.9.
once you get your momentum
Yeah,
going,
exactly.
I've seen charge that last
That's
issue.
true. That's true. Sometimes you just get that. You just go.
Bolt top speed.
Yeah, exactly. But the legs just really flow.
Oh yeah.
A huge stride.
See Mike Phelps cheering again.
Yeah, more swimming commercials during track and field. And we've had some incredible track moments. You know, these are all this is from Beijing actually. They're showing, and I mean, we've had Leo's silver medal in London is probably the least publicized, most amazing accomplishment that I can think of in recent history, in American history. Like, we had one of the medals since the 60s,
Yeah.
I think, or some of the 60s.
And
And
had a commercial with Alison Felix right here. She's done had so many medals.
yeah, she's
throughout the
so
years.
Allison's had incredible races, but they just show her running on a track. You know what I mean? Not a race, not something exciting that like the other sports are showing.
They could show Ashton setting his world record last year.
Exactly. Brenda or Ajay getting their, I guess it's Olympics. They didn't want to show world
Yeah,
champs.
probably true.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we've had athletes, and it's just so frustrating. All right, they're interviewing Ashton. Let's see what he has to say.
Headed to the games. What have these last 2 days been like for you?
They've just been pretty special for me to compete here in Oregon, where I'm from, in front of this crowd. They're the ones that pushed me to be this type of athlete, and for them, I was just putting on a show.
Zach, you were in position with the last event to go, but what were your thoughts as you took to the line for the 1500?
All these guys are great competitors, and I knew I'd have to run fast, and they ran fast, so I had to keep up with them.
And Jeremy, so much emotion in your eyes right now. Your dad, a 2-time Olympian for Nigeria. What does it mean for you now to finally join him as a lifetime Olympian?
I mean, it's been a life goal since, I was little, and I knew he was, so I just feel like, just being able to accomplish my life goal, is just the biggest and the best feeling in the world.
And we might lose our speed.
That's all right. It'll pop back up here in a second. If anything, it'll put us back online with everyone else watching. We should probably say next time there's a 15-second delay.
Yeah, it could be.
So people can pause it and then watch with us.
I'm actually gonna exit out and restart it.
Alrighty. Alright, so let's see. Hundreds. Let's see who here. There you go.
Both the individual 100 and 200. There's the crowd.
Ariana Washington, she looked good in the semis as well.
In this final
from Oregon,
Right next
Tori
to Jenna
Bowie.
Pendini.
And in lane 3 is Tori Bowie.
It's been a good week for Mississippi Stars. Long jumper Brittany Reese making the team.
Points out
I
her
don't think
Adidas
she'll have
emblem.
any trouble
Had something
winning
else
here
taped
based
up.
on her
Is there an
semifinal.
outlet?
She
I
has
think
looked
this is
very
gonna
good. Undefeated
die
this
here
year.
in a minute.
Lane 4, Tiana Bartoletta.
She's the only one in this field, Tom,
I
who's
have
already
I have my charger.
previously
I
made
just
a
need
U.S. 100-meter Olympic
no.
team. She made the team in 2012, finished 4th in the London Games. She won gold in London with the USA 4x1.
Okay, here you
And
go.
she's on the
Thank
U.S.
you.
team this year in the long jump. Lane 5 is English Gardner.
The only collegiate to make the final 4 years ago. Now she's
Thank
one
you.
of America's very best. If she relaxes in the final half of this race, I think she'll make her very
Yeah, English
first
Gardner
100-meter Olympic team.
is super legit.
Lane 6 is Jenna Prandini.
3 or
Because
4,
her
Danny?
200-meter straight
Three
clock
on the
to pick off any
Jenna,
sprinters who might be tied up.
English.
English,
Alright.
and then
40
credit
meters.
winners are in Washington.
She's the U.S. champion in 200.
Morley Kinnison is in lane 7.
She's been setting personal best through the rounds, including a sub-11 in round 1 at 10:99. She probably needs another PR here to help her chances of making the team the way Bowie and Gardner and Prandini have looked.
And in lane 8, on the outside, is Barbara Pierre.
Barbara Pierre.
Indoor champion at 60 meters. If she nails the start time, she could distract someone and force them out of
Got
their
a great
race pattern.
60.
Yeah, she did make the team too. She is super
Tori Bowie
explosive.
trying to make her
She's run about
first
1080
Olympic
something or 1070 something.
In fact, Tom, of Tiana Bartoletta, who made the team to London.
Yeah, this is going to
Anybody
be
else that
very
makes this team here
competitive.
is on their very first team. But Tori Bowie, so impressive in round 1. She has the best 200-meter credentials this year. She's the only person in this field who is under 22 seconds flat. And that means that no matter what happens early, unless she makes a really
already lost
egregious
his number.
unforced error,
Yeah, they throw it
I
off
think
because I
Tori
mean,
Bowie is going to cross this line
Yeah.
first. She has looked really,
so
really good.
antiquated.
World
I
lead,
hate freaking hit numbers.
10:70
Yeah, I don't
2
know
nights
why
ago.
And then some beats that make you
Yeah,
pin it
yeah.
on with the safety pin. It's just so outdated.
Tom
There
Hammond's
we
going to
go.
call out Tori Bowie. Getting on a good start.
And there's the
English and Tiana and Tori.
Oh no.
English,
Oh,
Tori,
no. English,
Tiana. And it's those three. Wow.
That's a blanket finish. Oh, they're all going to
Gardner got it 10:74. The win is legal.
Win legal as well.
Personal best.
Man.
Oregon
Animal.
English Gardner pulls the upset, handing Bowie her
Wow.
first.
season best. And that's a PR.
Bowie has to settle for
Dinner's on her. That's the sign.
Yeah.
Look at how fast those times were. 10:74 to win. 10:78. Oh, we got you third.
PR for Bartoletta. And a PR for Tori Bowie.
Oh wow, English showing so much emotion here. Pretty, you know, a lot of religious athletes out there.
And that's the emotion Tom was
Wow,
talking
she's
about.
really,
4 years ago,
really laying it out there.
see the Olympic team. She comes back and finds a way to not only get on the team, but to win in a new personal best. That's one of the fastest times ever run. 10:74 for the Oregon Duck English Gardner.
Actually, top 3. It's one of the greatest finals in history.
English, Tiana, and Tori, top 3.
Yeah, what are their times here?
1074, 1078,
1078.
1078.
Yeah.
Who found a way to keep her
More like
composure in the
Kusana
last
gets
50
4th, Jenna
meters
Prandini was
and
5th,
had a clear
Ariana
win, 4
Washington
hundredths of a
6th, and
second
Barbara Pierre 7th.
So top 5
Tiana
under
Bartoletta, who has now
11
made
seconds.
The Olympic team in 2 events. She's
That's
already going in the
that's
long jump.
incredible.
Yeah.
But look
Again,
at the
like with
start.
the relay pool, a lot of these women will be going to the Olympics probably as alternates as well.
Led early. Here comes
Yeah, very true.
Tori Bowie pressed, and that's why she wasn't able to get to the line first as Gardner gets there. One of the greatest races you'll ever see. She's equal, Tom, is Gardner.
Dip and get those hands
to
out.
equal 7th fastest
Almost
of
colliding
all
into each
time.
other.
Wow.
So peaking at
7th
just
fastest
the
of all
right
time.
as
Ah,
she
jeez.
books her ticket to the Rio Olympic Games.
Here are the official results. Again, one of the greatest finals in
What are you guys'
history.
opinions on
And English
people
Gardner, the
thanking,
former
you
Oregon
know,
runner, is the winner
God
at
and
10:74.
Jesus or whoever their deity is
The team
on the line
Well, English, can you just
afterwards?
describe the emotion you're experiencing here now
It's
for your
normal.
first Olympic
Do
game?
whatever they want with it.
It's
As
just
long as
it's so crazy.
I think as long as it's not
I
really,
wasn't
you
even
know,
in the relay pool. to come back in
taking away
16
from
and be able to make the team
anybody else's
again.
right to
Yeah, that's true. Very
That
true.
was the best race I ever had all season. And I definitely think that we're going to go out there and give USA the best performance ever.
All right, Tiana, how did you survive the double? You're on for the long jump, and then you come back here in the 100.
Yeah, it's their moment, right? So, yeah.
All I have to do is conquer myself, and that's the only victory that matters.
Tori, the first Olympic Games for you. You're going to jog around here as an Olympian. What does it feel like to you?
I mean, I think I'll be thankful for
Oh, yeah, very true. Very true.
All I can be thankful for. Here I am.
They don't do as well.
I'll show next race.
All right, ladies, congratulations. Haywood Field waiting for you. Congratulations. Tom?
All right, Lewis. And a tip of the cap to those ladies. They put up
Yeah, that was
some
definitely
kind
quite a
of
show
fight
there.
to take the women's gold, silver, and bronze. And now one event remains on day 3. It's a big one. Justin
English?
Gatlin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
will be
you were a teammate?
Yeah, we were a
for
teammate.
the men's 100-meter final.
Just from the moment she even, I think we had our student athlete introductions or something, our team introductions, 1 year, her freshman year, and we were just in this auditorium, and it's just this lecture hall. And everybody's just saying whatever it is that they're saying, where they're from, what event they do, and how they feel about being on the team or whatever. All she did, I think, and she's from New Jersey, I'm pretty sure. She just got up, said, English Gardner, New Jersey, I'm just here to cash checks and break necks. And everybody just started thundering applause.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's cool, I like her.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. No, you stayed in 5.
That's great.
So we got a question here from Charlie Park. What do you guys think of Ashton Eaton partnering with Coca-Cola?
Who?
Ashton Eaton partnering with Coca-Cola, with Coke.
Oh.
There's been a few others that have partnered with them. I know Leo
Yeah.
Gonzalez also a partner.
They're Olympic sponsors, so they try
They usually pick, it's interesting, they pick athletes before the games happen. So, like, for example, in 2012, David Oliver was selected as a Coca-Cola athlete,
Right.
and he didn't make the team. And so, it's a bit of a gamble for them, I guess. But, I mean, if they...
What do they get out of it, sponsorship?
And they get money, they get some exposure, they're on Coca-Cola commercials.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I personally don't think Coke is terrible. I mean, everything in moderation, right? So...
Danny and I drink a lot of Coke.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Give me a fridge full of vanilla Coke, I'd probably do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously better beverages for people out there, probably, but I mean...
A guy like Ashton has choices, though.
I mean, even Budweiser's even, I mean, you think Ashton has choices?
But I think it's good for athletes, though, in terms of trying to, make our sport more accessible to... Just to a wider audience, Coke's a really big sponsor. Budweiser's a really big sponsor.
I mean, Coke also owns, Gatorade or Powerade and a bunch of different other beverages. You know what I mean?
I would encourage. I think, a guy like Ashton could make that. You could make that decision and not suffer for it. I think some other athletes can't. I don't think they could as much.
They could.
Ashton is essentially his own brand.
Yeah.
If people know who he is.
You know what? I don't think so. I think most people don't. Like, track athletes know who he is, but outside of that, I don't think anyone knows.
Well, I guess my point is that I feel like if you're not Ashton and you're not going to suffer as much from saying no to it, then it's in your best interest to go. If they want to feature you as a Coke athlete, then why not?
Yeah,
I think it's good. It's fine.
And this
Like I said, it exposes our sport to a much wider audience.
Yeah, very true. I agree. I think it's great.
That is a far jump. That was over 28 feet.
From the long jump now, 28 feet, 2 1/4.
In the 4th round, Jerry and Lawson will also be competing later tonight in the 100-meter final. His 4th jump.
Yeah. I mean, the more companies you get in the sport, the
better, right?
Especially
1 3/4. He closed out his collegiate
some
career
people would say like it wasn't all that
and the
beneficial
long jump
that
here at the NCAA
Boris'
championship
contract
in
was like
June.
revealed
But
all
it's
the
Jeff
numbers
Henderson that wins the national
was
championship.
brought
His
to
mark,
public. I thought that
22
was-
1/4 and
I
up.
think that's
I agree. I wish people's comments were more public.
The interesting story is Will
I think
finished in third, does not
doesn't,
have the
it
Olympic
hurts
it
the company.
So
Yeah,
doesn't
it doesn't
hurt the
hurt
athletes.
and it is
Like, athletes have something to
Marquis
negotiate
finishing
with now.
fourth,
Yeah.
who does have the Olympic standard. He
Yeah,
will
very
now
true.
be on
And then if
Team
you have more of those
USA.
companies like
An
Coke or
impressive performance
Budweiser,
for
a
Check in
big
with Tom.
sort of
All right, Todd, and we're ready for the
creative
men's
champion,
100-meter
right?
finals.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like more companies like
McDonald's.
that, like
It's
that
a
are
real
relatively
familiar
objective.
name
No
that you
one
may want because we just saw him.
Yeah,
Long Jump
they
finishing
don't let
second,
you
Jerry and Lawson.
have the
one of only
sponsorship
8
on your
Americans that
jersey.
ever
Right?
jumped
You can
over
only have one
28
sponsor.
feet.
Exactly,
The
yeah.
question is how much legs
they're
or how
almost
much
limiting
emotion time does he have left after already
Definitely.
obtained
And
just about
they
half
do
our
that because the IOC, like
And two
IAAF,
is Marvin
they have
Bracey.
those rules as well. So they just
Florida's represented
copy
well
their
in this
rules
final.
over.
He's a former Florida high school
But
phenom.
it's still, like,
Injured last year, he gave up football.
it's very
to
antiquated.
sprint
It's
full
not
time. Now he's trying to
a
make his first
very
Olympic team.
legitimate way for
994 last month,
athletes to
Jamal
make a living
is all-time
by just
993
having only.
best.
Looking to make his
Peanuts.
third Olympic team
Yeah.
12 years after the
Well, with the
first.
100 now,
And
100's
just
coming
began.
up.
Trying to become the oldest
Featuring
American to make
Justin
this 100-meter
Gatlin.
team since 1912.
I think most
He's been
people's,
America's best sprinter for the last 3
least
years.
favorite athlete,
But
it
no
seems
global
like.
title since 2005. Maybe
Already
because of
served
his
two
ankle.
drug
Two
bans.
bans.
Lane 4 is Christian Coleman.
Dude, the
Arguably
biggest
the
problem
best
with
sprinter
that.
in Tennessee since
So
Justin
let's say his
Gatlin.
first
He's been
one
running all through the
was an
rounds.
accident. This is what he claims. He
Right.
claims that it was an ADD medication.
Well,
and
if
that
he still didn't follow the rules. He did not get a TIE.
Yeah, okay,
he did not follow the
but
rules.
regardless, let's say that it was an accident, right? If you made that accident and you had that happen, you had one strike against you, would you not like check everything to the max after that? Like you would do all you can to
Trayvon
not
Bromell is in
get that
lane
second
6.
ban. If it's gonna be a second ban, it's normally a lifetime ban. Yeah, but in his case, he let it slide. He let it slide. He got a 4-year ban, and that was it. It was slap on the
Lane
wrist.
7 is Tyson
And
Gay.
he's so frustrated, man. So even Tyson, you know, I used to be a fan, but at this point,
Hey, guys. Before that guy was very much like straight edge.
We talking about these chains he's rocking?
yeah, there's a Mr. T over there.
Yeah.
Tyson Gay doesn't some Mr. T look with the beard and the chains.
That guy used to be so, you know, straight and narrow.
Yeah.
And the drug thing
That's your
happened. Now
field
he's just
for
looks
the
like a
100-meter
shell
final.
version.
Yeah.
34-year-old Justin Gatlin.
The pressure for the U.S. 100-meter men begins even before they make the team, and that's because
Justin even looks bigger. Like, look at his arm. He just looks.
Yeah,
He just looks juiced up. I
It just
swear.
doesn't make sense that he's been running at this same level since 2000.
He's been faster. He's been faster than we ran.
ton of medals at the
You know,
States.
it's
Those
crazy.
days have been replaced by the dominance
PRing
of the Jamaicans.
clean.
Gatlin and Brunel looking very good though through these
Let's hope
rounds.
Trayvon can pull off an upset. I think he might be legit.
Well, the other thing is, like, part of the Salazar doping investigation is that he had in his confession that he tried putting testosterone gel on his son to see if it turns
Yeah,
out.
that's right.
There's the gun.
They found that it would have been ridiculous if it did.
Yeah. So that was Gatlin's defense that was rubbed into him during the
Exactly. Gatlin's
Damn it. He won again.
So Gatlin got the win, but Trayvon Bromell, they got second.
Another world leader again.
Is that a world lead?
Later in the day.
Check his pockets.
Check his pockets. I mean, you know, the other thing too to comment is like, even let's say he is clean now. That to me just proves the efficacy of like how permanent these gains you get are from using drugs. You know, you create new neural pathways, your muscles grow, and that memory is still in your body. You know what I mean? You get the benefit. Exactly. And so it's so frustrating to see athletes get permanent lifetime advantages, but only partial bans. You know?
That's when you can get banned for life.
Third place, can we tell who was?
Marvin Bracey.
Marvin Bracey is a
Link
collegiate,
two.
right?
Adidas
Oh, no,
right now.
Adidas,
He
okay.
just graduated.
Yeah.
Bringing Bracey with him as well. So Florida well represented.
Michael
All these
Rogers,
guys all have
fourth,
ties to
Tyson Gay,
Florida.
fifth.
And that's your
Didn't
U.S.
Michael
team.
Rogers
To Rio.
Served the ban as well. Mike
So
Rogers.
Justin
ban.
Gatlin,
Stimulants.
9.80, the 34-year-old. Bromell second and Bracey third.
So we'll still see
Gatlin
Tyson,
will be
those
the
guys,
oldest
in
American
the,
to make an Olympic team in the 100.
So,
in
since
the 401 pool and stuff.
I read this earlier. Olympic champ
Well, Justin,
Asi
you got a big smile on
Qatar
your face. Your
outkicked.
thoughts on making Olympic team?
I can't
But
say her name.
the Turkish
The
athlete.
Turkish athlete to win the gold
Gold medal.
in the 1500 in 2012. Twice caught for doping as well. She was serving an 8-year ban for blood doping, and she is in court right now trying to get that ban reduced so she can compete this year at the Olympics. And
it was passed.
It was passed. Like, she's able to compete now. She's cleared. Because she assisted in a corruption inquiry, so she might have given other athletes up, which is still bogus.
Still bogus, and
isn't that what Tyson did?
Yeah, Tyson gave up John Drummond, basically. Is what he did. He put John up, threw him under the bus, who I think also should be out of the sport, which is a good thing. But yeah, so he got less of a ban because of it. But I mean, this athlete, second ban. You know what I mean? Just that's supposed to be life. That's supposed to be life. You know, I just don't understand how these rules have been changing. You guys taking off?
Taking off.
All right, we're going.
That was a great one.
Yeah, so there's some bad stuff happening in the sport. Also some good stuff happening. I think we're seeing both things kind of play out. Wow, what a terrible graphic to use. Look at that. Why would they use this?
I think Ashton looks great. But
Ashton looks great, Allison looks worse, and Gatlin looks extremely bad.
Looks really
that's
sweaty.
That's crazy, you know? It's just decisions like that people make to showcase the sport and our athletes.
And if you guys didn't see that, we're not talking about just the way they look in general or because they have doping bans or anything. It's because
they showed a graphic
so grainy and awful.
Yeah, it was like a super JPEG, low image resolution. It was just ridiculous. Ah, man. Well, anyways, this was our day 3 streaming session, a commentary. Not too much distance action, not really any at all, to be honest.
No.
The decathlon, men's team decathlon happened, but we'll be back for the rest of the trials, and we'll definitely keep you guys updated for things like, you know, when they do cut away, we'll have those lap splits, we'll have kind of more in-depth commentary. So yeah, hope you guys can enjoy the our commentary. And again, if you have any comments or any suggestions, please let us know. And thanks again. Signing off. Take care,
guys.